Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Reselling Rhythms. Are you a reseller, full-time or part-time? Are you looking into getting into reselling? With the current environment, some people are still not able to get back to work. Maybe you're a bartender or a server, and your place of business isn't open yet. Well, if you need a side income, a side hustle, this is the place to be. Typically, every Wednesday, I have other resellers on my channel to help us learn how to be a better reseller and become more profitable. So today I have a great reseller on my show, and I just want to say hello to a few people in the chat and thank a couple of my moderators in the chat, and we'll get this party started. I want to thank Sharon, who's my moderator, and I'm sure Michelle will be here shortly. And Maggie, you're always here for me. I appreciate you. I know Larry was here very early, LL Stash. Jennifer's here, and Von Brad is here. Simply Dana is here. So I'll thank you guys in the chat later, but I wanted to get started. Let me just move my mic out of the way. I had to move that. It looks very unprofessional when it's sitting there like that. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, so my guest today is Adventures in Reselling, Victoria. Probably most of you already know her. I've seen her on several of the different YouTube auction shows. We're going to get into that a little bit. And I've also started following her morning show, so it gets me up extra early in the morning when I'm like, little brain fog in the morning. Gets up and I watch her show, and it's a lot of fun. So the link for her show, the YouTube show, is in the description below. So again, we'll have Victoria come on. We'll have her introduce herself. So let me bring Victoria on here, and we will get started here. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. Guys, just let me know in the chat if you can hear us okay. It should be okay, but just want to double check. So there's a little bit of delay. So once you get started, Victoria, and I'll just monitor the chat, make sure that everybody can hear us okay.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, I'm Victoria, and I have the channel Adventures in Reselling. I've been reselling since somebody had said it's been like 9 or 10 months. I can't believe it's been that long, but it has. I keep telling people, I've been reselling about 6 months. I went back and looked, and I was very surprised. I had been reselling like 9 or 10 months, maybe even almost a year. So I'm very surprised. I'm kind of like a part-time reseller that's trying to do it full-time, but I consider myself full-time. I'm also a full-time YouTuber, so it's like part-time makes full-time, I don't know. Exactly. It's like full-time, get no sleep is what it is.
When you start editing videos, that'll be really full-time.
Yes, exactly. So, but that's a little bit about me. And I just want to thank Adam for having me on today. I was really excited when you reached out to me, and here I am. So,
okay. Where are you from originally? And where? I mean, I don't need the town, but are you in Florida? Was it?
Yeah, I'm in Florida. I was born and raised in Florida, and I lived in Georgia for about 2 years. My son was actually born in Georgia. Got married in Georgia. Well, got married in Florida, but I met my husband in Georgia. He was in the Navy.
Oh,
and
nice.
Yeah, and
He's
then
still in the Navy.
No, he got out. He did one
tour. Thank him for his service.
Oh, I will. Thank you. He was in for about 7 years, maybe a little more. They extended his yeah. But when we got out, we went to Southern Florida.
Okay.
And we lived down there for a little while. And then one day I was just looking on the internet, and I'm like, I don't want to live here anymore, So I was applying for him. He didn't even know it. I was applying for him at all kinds of different places. And somebody called him one day, and they're like, we saw your application. We'd like to interview. And this was for a job up in Jacksonville. He's like, who are you? And he got the job. So we've been here for over 20 years.
So you were like a northern Florida area?
Yeah, in Jacksonville.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I guess that again, I'm not a big Florida person because I'm a bigger person. I don't like dealing with all the heat. And of course, my hospital is calling me here. Well, I'm gonna have to leave a message. I tell people I have a procedure done next Friday, so they're probably calling about that. But
oh yeah, they probably are.
I'm a little busy right now. Okay, so why and how did you get into reselling? Did you have a family member? Did you have a friend? I mean, how did you get involved in reselling? Did you go to
I didn't. None of my family does reselling, and I don't think any of my friends do. I mean, not my local friends. They don't do it. And I've always wanted to be my own boss. I've always wanted to work from home. I was working in corporate America. I was working as a administrative assistant for a person that has a lawn care company. Okay. And I had been there for 3 years. I got along with the person, but I didn't like how he treated other people, and I was just ready for a change. So I was just looking. I've done eBay in the past, not seriously. I mean, I've sold a little here, a little there on eBay, but nothing like I'm doing now. And so I was looking on YouTube to try and figure out what to do. I was work at home opportunities, and I mean, there's so many scams.
You're looking for a side hustle, basically, right?
Yeah,
you your own boss.
And I actually started out with Amazon. I'm not doing Amazon too much anymore, although I still have some stuff there. I just don't have anything mailed in there, and like
you don't have any FBA. You do fulfilled by merchant a little bit.
No, I have FBA, fulfilled by Amazon.
Okay.
I've never done fulfilled by merchant, but I'm thinking about maybe when I go back into Amazon. I still have inventory at Amazon warehouse,
okay.
So they're still selling stuff, but it's slowing down because I'm you're
not feeding the beast, so to speak.
Right, exactly. So anyway, I found Amazon. I started with Amazon, and then I just started looking, and I found some videos. I don't remember who were the people I was looking at. I can't remember the names of the channels, but it was selling used books.
Okay.
Sending them to Amazon, selling them. So that's how I got into it with Amazon. I tried where you go retail arbitrage. That didn't work out to me for
me either. There's some people that are extremely successful. Well, now it's kind of obviously more difficult. But I think people that are extremely successful with this, I don't know how you did it.
I don't know how
me crazy going to all these places, like go to Walmart and clearance is like, what the heck is this?
And then I started scanning things, just on the shelves, normal prices.
Were you scanning with your phone, or did you have like a Bluetooth device?
I had my phone. Yeah, okay. I just had my phone.
That's eventually I do want to get into the scanning the books for Amazon. I'm definitely going to get one of the Bluetooth scanners.
Oh, I do have one of those. I got that later, but when I was doing the retail arbitrage thing, I was trying to do that. I didn't use that. I just used my phone and the Amazon
app. Just think it's so much easier, and you can set up parameters. Like I've had Maggie's in our chat. Like I said, she's very supportive of the channel. She does a lot of books. She also does clothing a lot. I had I don't know if you ever saw Jason used to be on a lot of Prof Sales. He hasn't been on much lately. He actually works part-time for Amazon now.
Oh wow.
But he was really heavily into jeans, and that's why I got involved with jeans between him and Lindy Glenn. And now I'm like swamped with women's jeans. It's like I just want to get out of it so badly.
Women's jeans on Amazon?
No, I do use women's jeans on eBay.
Oh, okay. On eBay,
when I was before I had a lot of, I had some minor health issues, and I what happened was most people in the chat already know the story. I'll make it very short. I had some minor health issues, and I had to go back, and I went back in the retail because I was in the wine and liquor business. I was trying to network my way back into a manager's position, retail, or a buyer's position. That never happened. I ended up tearing my Achilles. I didn't rupture it, but I tore it, and I was on cement 8 hours a day, and it was a warehouse upstairs, and I was just pounding and pounding. I'm a big guy. I was pounding and pounding and pounding it. Then I took off, it wouldn't heal. Then I did PT, it wouldn't heal. Then I did PT and rest, it wouldn't heal. So finally, I had to have surgery, and then they wouldn't pay me workman's comp. So then eventually, because of my other health issues, I ended up collecting disability. But what happened was, in the meantime, I had no money coming in. So that's when I decided to get involved in reselling. Well, let me try to make something. If I make $100 a week, even it's better than nothing. So when I was really doing it, like kind of part-time, full-time, I did okay. But like anything, and I talked to people, and Sharon, who's in the chat, we talked about this privately offline. You got to feed the beast. I mean, it's Cassini is the AI with the eBay, and if you don't constantly list, you don't list the right things, you don't price things, you don't make changes, things don't sell. And like I said, with my health issues, and again, sometimes my own worst enemy, I just got to drag myself down. And like Sharon says, well, just list 3 or 4 or 5 things. Yeah, it's difficult, but 3 or 4 things is better than saying, "Oh, I got to list 10 things."
Right.
So I could do 3 today and 3 tomorrow, and maybe the next day I don't feel well, and I do 3 the next day. So that's my goal. Eventually get back to at least maybe 5 items a day on average. And I have my little chalkboard here, not my chalkboard, my dry eraser board.
Yes.
With my list of goals. I want a bigger one. I'm gonna put it right on my front door in my refrigerator, so I see it all the time.
It's a good idea. That's a good idea.
And I have my goal, and then I have finished, and then I have the amount that I list, the dollar amount I have listed.
I don't have one printed out right now, but I have the same thing on a weekly thing where I print it out.
Right.
I didn't print out one yet, but for this week. But yeah, I have the same thing. I tried to do a dry erase board, and every time, I guess because I had these long sleeves, every time I would write on it, I'd erase one of the days, and I thought, okay, I got to do.
Yeah, it's a pain. Like I said, you'll get your arm or something on there, and you'll smudge it or what.
But
I figure it's just easier to do it that way.
Did you get the invitation through Facebook? Did I send you an invitation through Facebook? I thought I did.
To what?
I created a new, it's called the Listing Challenge.
Oh,
Facebook
yeah. Like I said, like at this point, like I said, I mean, I just told you I'm having this procedure done next Friday.
Right.
So I
No,
figure
but that's
hopefully in about 2 weeks. I mean, I don't know if this is going to work. It's just a procedure. Basically, I've had like several nerve blocks, and it's a procedure to see if a different type of nerve block will work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're going to put me under anesthesia and just check to see if this particular nerve block will work or not. So I said, okay. So I got to get tested for, COVID-19. I got to get tested for that, which is great because they want to protect all their other patients. Like, great,
Right.
testing, fine,
Yeah.
So that's the deal with that. So, all right. So you, we were talking earlier pre-chat. You do mostly one-offs.
Yeah.
You do a lot of clothing.
No, not. I do a lot of clothing on
the auctions, but you're trying to get out of clothing.
Right. Yeah.
Let me put you on one full screen. I can sort of see your. Do you mind if I put you in full screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I know you have your own show. Some people say, "Don't put me on full screen," but you have your own show. You're used to it.
Yeah.
So you saw a lot of your things on YouTube auctions.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to eventually get into that a little bit as far as sourcing.
Okay.
And I always mess up on the terminology for the postcards. I want to say epiphora, but it's not epiphora. What's it called?
Ephemera. Ephemera. Yeah.
Hey, Paul. I always screw up how to say that. See, my whole thing is like you see a lot of this stuff in these YouTube auctions. You probably see it like in thrift stores and at auctions, but it's like, how do I know if I buy 300 postcards from the 1950s? How do I know if they're worth anything? How do I research them? How do I know if I'm going to sit on them for 2 or 3 years? Is there any? I mean, how long? You only been doing obviously for several months now.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to get into that, but how do you know? From your experience, what would you tell a reseller to do?
The way I do it is I get a postcard. I don't have one right in front of me, but I get a postcard, and I will let me just.
Let me grab one. We have time. I'll say hello to some people in the chat. I see Paul came in. Gina's in.
These are already listed. This is how I put them.
Oh, okay. So you put them like in a binder, so it makes you.
Yeah, and I number them so that when somebody purchases them, they will. But like, say this postcard. So I'll get the postcard. This one's already listed. It has some information on back, and it'll say at the top. It says Washington Park Swimming Pool, Racine, Wisconsin. I type that into eBay to see if I can find this particular postcard. If I can, and prices will be all over the place. I'll put, usually if there's a lot of postcards already, I'll put $5.99 on my postcards, and then I'll do sales on them. And then if people like them, I'll send them a special offer. And then what you have to do also is look at the postcard back and see when this was posted. Like this was posted in 1943. That'll help you put your description together. This is a 1943 Washington State Park swimming pool from Racine, Wisconsin postcard, and it is posted.
Right.
So it does have a stamp on it, but that's how I figure out the value of them. Sometimes you'll buy, I'll buy from other dealers on postcards, other eBay sellers, and then I'll go by the price that I purchased it for. Like if it's an $80 postcard and I got it for $40, which I have done in the past, then I have to sell it for at least $40 in order to recoup my cost. So maybe I'll put it on for $80, what they were trying to sell it for, or $60 or whatever. So that's kind of how I do it.
Okay, now you're talking about $80 postcard.
Mm-hmm. They are out there. There's
enlighten me. Why is it again?
Because
why $80? Why was it $40? First of all, why was it $40? And then why was it underpriced by $40? Obviously, it was an error, but
right, because it's either the subject matter that it's a subject matter that a lot of people are interested in, Or it could be that it's not, they didn't make too many of them. There's not that many of them out there. I couldn't even tell you which of these postcards are 8 that I have in here. I could have looked it up beforehand, but I didn't even think about it. But yeah.
Well, what was the subject matter on an $80 postcard? What was the subject matter?
I don't remember which one it was.
Oh, I would remember $80 postcard.
It was probably the subject matter.
Okay.
Hold on.
I mean, if it's like a historical thing, I mean, I know like people pick up like newspapers and magazines, like Life magazines, say maybe something to do with the death of JFK or something, or then a historical thing, or maybe like September 11th or something historical. Maybe people collect that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And it could be the date on the postcard. It could be, how old the postcard is. Dan said,
in general, right? Yeah, I would put that up. Right. It's going to cover your whole half your body. So
that's okay. It's like posted postcards are usually worth more than non-posted postcards. If it's written on, it's kind of worth a little more because it's been used. I don't know. Paul asked what I charge for shipping. I actually do my postcards and all of my ephemera free shipping, unless it's international, and then I have it as $4.99 shipping for international. But actually my whole store is free shipping.
I didn't get into that. The free shipping or to not free ship. That's another thing we'll get into eventually. I want to hear after we get past this, we'll get into that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we can talk about that, yeah. But yeah, I do.
What does it cost? I mean, with the postage prices going up and everything, I mean, my whole issue now is I used to offer free shipping on some things, and it used to be like first class postage was say like $4. Right. And I could ship it to California, I could ship it to Texas, I could ship it to Florida. It was $4. Now it's weight plus distance. So if I ship something to California, most of my sales for some reason are in Texas and California.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's just because there's more eBay buyers from Texas and California, but there is. And so I might ship like a little 10-ounce thing, and it might cost me $5 to ship it to California.
Yeah.
That's a postcard. I mean, I'm sure it's the minimal. It's probably going to be at least $3, right?
No. Well, if you want tracking. See, the way that I do my, and not everybody agrees with this. This is just my theory. I ship.
You ship a parcel? Can you ship parcel post?
I ship it in a card. I buy these thank you cards from the dollar store at 50 cents a piece. I just write a little thank you message. I take this postcard, which is in a protector.
Right.
I put it right inside. It's nice and hard, so it's not going to, get messed up. I put a 55-cent stamp on it, and I mail it. Now, I am taking responsibility.
You slickster, you.
If anything happens.
There's no tracking. That's the issue.
Right. If anything happens, it's on me. Right. But I know that.
Then you just refund. I mean, obviously, if it's a $40 or $80 postcard,
then I'm getting
with tracking.
Right,
so you could go first class plus tracking.
Right. But like for the cheaper postcards,
maybe even cheaper just to ship it priority mail.
Right. Right.
Okay, that's a neat trick. So you spend 50 cents for and I'm sure you could probably even get them cheaper than that if you buy them in lots somewhere. Those cards, you probably get
probably.
Yeah. But you're paying 50 cents a card, and so it's costing you a little over $1.
Right. Maybe $1.50 by the time you figure, because my postcards, I have like between 25 and 30 cents per postcard, except for the ones.
So your all-in cost is about $1.50.
Right. Right.
Okay.
On most of them. Now, some of them, like that $40 postcard, of course, it's not, and that would be shipped with a number, associated with it. So I could say, okay, it was shipped, and it would be shipped in a hard cardboard. I have these hard cardboard envelopes that I use for that.
Right. That's the other thing. If it's something that's like, even if it's like a $10 postcard, would you put like 2 pieces of like cardboard in that envelope to try to protect it?
No, because this is pretty, when you put this in here in the envelope, it's pretty sturdy.
Okay.
How many envelopes have you gotten, birthday cards or whatever, that have been messed up really, really bad? I'd say the percentage is probably small. So you're taking a risk when you do that, but that's just how I do it. I mean, not everybody agrees with that, but that's just how I do it. I figure I've only got, less than $1.50 in it. It'd be better not to spend that $3 on shipping and make a little money. If I send out 10 of them, I make $30. Well, if one of them gets messed up, I might be out 10, but I still made $20. So,
Chris, the thrift shop hustler, and he keeps changing his name. He's confusing me. He's back to his original YouTube name. He's extremely knowledgeable. Great guy. He works for the American Cancer Society, and he runs their thrift stores in the Southern California area. Really a neat guy, and he always gives pro tips. Chris, I want to know a pro tip. How would you ship postcards? Why don't you put in the chat how you would ship? He extremely knowledgeable, smart guy, and I really enjoy that he's working for the American Cancer Society now, because I'm sure we've all had cancer in our families. I know I have.
I have too.
We all have, between parents and grandparents and family members. But how does I know Paul does a lot of that type of.
I've actually bought postcards from Paul before. Yep.
Yeah, I've bought from Paul before. Okay.
Yep.
So I know there's a lag here. I don't know if Chris is driving. Maybe not. Here you go. Photo mailer, soft sleeve stamp over. What does it say? Over $15 first class. Okay, so okay. So there's a photo mailer. Okay, soft sleeve. Okay, so I guess that's something you probably just look up online.
I'll show you what he's probably talking about.
Okay.
These are the photo mailers that hold on, I gotta find them.
Is that like a mini padded envelope?
No,
But then again, it doesn't have cardboard to protect it. So okay.
This one is a cardboard, and I don't know if this is what he's talking about or not. But this is a cardboard mailer.
Okay.
It's just a cardboard mailer.
Okay.
And this is what I send them out. This costs me, like if I'm mailing them overseas, this is what I would use.
Okay.
Or if it's a very.
You picked them up on eBay or Amazon, I'm assuming?
I got them on eBay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking even for something as simple as like album shippers on eBay at the store, and they didn't even have them. It's like,
oh, really?
I'm tired of all this tape. I'm gonna have to start reselling all this tape I keep getting.
Well, this I actually had to pay for. I didn't see these on, how we get that coupon. I couldn't get these with the coupon. I had to pay for them.
I think they may have changed companies, because the way they were talking, and then they were having shortages, and then they ran that secret coupon that I passed along to a few of my closest friends. But I didn't want to get in trouble because I used the coupon. But so it worked for me, and like I had a $25 coupon. Sharon had a $50 coupon. Again, so then I just used my $25 coupon because you had to use it by the end of the month. And now for all you guys, I'm sure if you need supplies, you all know that July 1st starts the 3rd.
Get a new one.
So your new quarter, so you can use your coupon. So I had so much tape, I got tape out my, what.
Yang.
Yeah, well, I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. So eventually I think I'm going to start selling it like $5 cheaper than eBay, and I'll still end up not making, but. It's like, how much tape can I have? And I prefer like the Scotch tape, like the heavier packing tape.
Yeah,
plus it's clear.
That's what I have. Scotch shipping tape.
Yeah, I use this, and then it's clear, and then you can just use the, if you didn't know that, you have to pull this back, and then you can tear it off. I mean, I didn't know that when I first got that's how you tear it off without pulling it out and messing it all up.
This is what I got, and I tell you what, if you get one of these, you will love me forever. This is the nicest.
Oh, look at that.
And then, you just pull it out. It is and it's nice and heavy. So it's not going to slide all over the place. And then this takes the small rolls, which I thought these would go in them.
Do you use the 2-inch or use the 3-inch tape?
This is the 2-inch.
2-inch. Well, traditional is 2, but some people say if you're doing a lot of boxes, the 3-inch tape is better because you apparently use less tape.
Yeah, I just used, I'm pretty sure this is
2 inches standard.
Yeah. This is 2-inch. Okay. So I don't even know if the 3-inch.
Larry says he just got one of those. Apparently, that I guess you recommend on your show.
Yes, he did. I love it. I absolutely love it.
And that is eBay as well.
Yep. No. That was Amazon.
Amazon. And what is it called? Do you recall what it's called?
Look for desktop shipping tape. What do you call that? Dispenser, yes. Okay. Desktop shipping tape. And make sure.
See, that was a pro tip. See, Chris, there's a pro tip for
you. Lisa says team 3-inch.
Yeah. Okay, guys. We're trying to keep it G-rated here.
And actually, this tip came from Dee, Flippin' Particles.
Okay.
She showed it on her show one day.
Uses it. Okay.
I'm getting one. So me and Larry both went and got one. And then when I had my 500 subscriber giveaway, I actually gave one out. And
nice.
Everybody that I've known that has one loves it. Oh, it is so nice.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure it's not pricey. I'll have to look into that.
It was like 18 or it was less than 20.
Bad.
It was somewhere in that.
So under $20 with tax and everything. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Thrift Shop Hustler. I was just about to click on your name and go and subscribe to you.
I'll definitely subscribe to Chris. He is extremely knowledgeable. And I use his terminology all the time. And here's a pro tip that Chris Thrift Shop Hustler would say. If you haven't watched his interview on my show, go back. And a lot of times I tell people I go back and I replay them. It's like, if I'm just laying in bed and it's like, you know what, let me go back and listen to Chris again. I'm sure there's some tips I might have forgotten or I missed, or, I'll play him, or I'll play Casey the Rockstar Flipper, or, Wade's Venture. I'll just go back and say, let me listen to these guys because they got a lot of great information. But hey, there's Barry Thrifty Santa. Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, Thrifty Santa.
You know Barry?
Yeah. Well, he's bought something off me on one of the
and he was on with Shane, Rising Grind Picker. He was on his auction for a couple days.
Oh, yay. I didn't see that.
Okay.
I don't even know if I'm subscribed to Rising Grind. I'll have to see if I am.
He does a lot of Amazon. He does a lot of RA. He's been on my show also. He's got a lot of pro tips as well. So actually,
people out there.
When I interviewed Casey in 2018 at the eBay Open, that was another conundrum. Casey was so super busy, and I kept saying, Casey, I got an interview. Casey, I got an interview. Casey, I got an interview. Finally, the last day, I had enough. Because, like I said, I had some health issues. I had enough. So I said, okay, I'm going to go. I don't know if you've ever been to eBay Open, but I went into the exhibition hall, and I'm just hanging out. I said, okay, Casey. So he wanted to go to the closing ceremony. I said, okay, fine. I said, but he goes, I'll get out 15 minutes before it closes, and we'll do the interview. Perfect. So I go in the exhibition center. As soon as they start the closing ceremony, they kick everybody out of the exhibition center. I said, son of a gun.
Oh, no.
So now I'm sitting out there, and I think it was like a 45-minute closing ceremony. So anyway, long story short, he doesn't come out early. I said, you got to be kidding me. So they finally come out, and all the eBay employees are all lined up like a high five line, to greet all the sellers.
Yeah.
Then we have the I think it was the UCLA drum corps, or USC, one of the drum corps. So they're out there, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you guys, and all these people just come flying out of this door. It's like, oh my God, Casey, what have you done to me? so then I finally literally grab him, and I'm standing right next to him, and everybody wants to talk to Casey because he's a rock star. And then he wants to talk to somebody from eBay. So I go and get the person from eBay, bring him over to her. I said, we have to do this. The reason I'm saying it's the Shane Rising Grind Picker was my audio visual guy. And back then I wasn't as experienced as I am now with video production and stuff. Mm-hmm. And Casey had to have this view overlooking the palm trees and the Mandalay Bay, I guess the reception area.
Yeah, in Vegas.
The problem was the damn camera was focusing on the light outside, and the picture was all screwed up.
Oh no!
And I had this $150 microphone on my phone, my cell phone. Worked great, sound was perfect. The picture was all screwed up. So anyway, my person was handling the phone and everything was Shane Rising Picker, but it wasn't his fault. It was Casey's fault because Casey had to have that view. The camera kept focusing on the Sunax side and wouldn't focus on our faces.
Oh no!
It's like, oh my God. So anyway, so I had to literally drag him, and then he and Shane are running through. It's almost like 3/4 of a mile to get from that exhibition center to the lobby, and I'm barely trying to keep up with these two guys. Anyway, so that was almost the last time Casey was on. He was on Christmas time for 10 or 15 minutes. So I got that to have him back on my show again. It's been quite some time. So.
Is the eBay Open always in Vegas?
It was not apparently in the past, and then it was. And obviously with what's going on now, I have no idea. Mm-hmm. And again, it's called ASD. It used to be called American Surplus Dealers. There's a different name for it now. That show was canceled. That was supposed to be, I think, this weekend possibly.
Oh.
That was canceled. So almost all the shows, these big conventions in Vegas have been canceled, I think, at least through August.
Well, with everything going on, I completely understand that.
I do, Dan, I do look a lot like Andy Reid. Absolutely. I had a big bushy mustache. I didn't have. This is called technically a Van Gogh. I would look almost identical to Andy Reid. And oh, by the way, and I'll show you real fast here. I figure I'll share a little bit of myself here. I told you guys I live outside of Philly. Let me show you this. We don't have a lot of these, so I'm proud of it.
You do. I just looked up Andy Reid. I didn't know who it was. Wow.
This is the a commemorative Super Bowl.
Nice.
When the Eagles won Super Bowl 52. Yeah, I do. I look a lot like Andy Reid. Andy Reid is only a few years older than me too. So.
Wow.
Yeah, back in the day, because he has a big bushy mustache. So. He's right though. I am almost a doppelganger for Andy Reid. No one's ever approached me in the Philadelphia area and say, "Oh, you're Andy Reid." But I do look a lot like him. But anyway, let's get back to reselling.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we're talking about something, and we got sidetracked. And again, I should have written it down. We were talking. We got into the shipping, the postcards.
You wanted to talk about. Oh, there was something you wanted to talk about. I am the worst person to say, "Oh, what were we talking about?"
Well, I'm sure it'll come back to it. I'm sure probably Sharon or Michelle or something will bring it up in the chat.
Because I said yes, we can talk about that.
You know, he's from the Philadelphia area too. He's in the chat. Thanks for joining us.
It was free shipping versus paid shipping.
Oh, right. We're going to talk about free shipping versus paid shipping. Thank you.
I remembered something, guys. Can you believe it? I did.
So why do you do free shipping? The $64,000 question.
I started because free shipping really scared me. I thought I was going to lose money. So I started with paid shipping. Everything was paid shipping. Even the the postcards were paid shipping, everything. And I was doing something about that on my show. I had asked maybe a question, because that's one of the questions sometimes I'll ask when I do my interviews is, do you do free shipping or paid shipping? Just because I want to know why do you choose one over the other? And so I said, or somebody said, I will never buy anything on eBay unless it's free shipping. And that got me to thinking. I was thinking, well, I wonder how many other people are like the person that said that. So I thought, I'm going to test it, and I'm going to just see if I get more sales with free shipping. It took me a long time. I had to go through everything in my, I only had like 200. I have less than that now, but I only had like 200 listings, but I had to go through everything. I had to make up new shipping policies. It was a big process to switch everything over. And I did. I got more sales. I had like 3 a day coming, which is a lot for me because I just do, like I said, I do eBay. I think I do it full time, but it's really kind of part time because I do so much on Facebook, and, YouTube. And that was a lot for me. So I thought, I'm going to leave it like
that. Well,
this.
you bulk edited, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, I bulk edited a lot of them. And then, but I had to create I had like several different policies. I had to create the policies. I did get rid of the old policies. Yeah. It's a big pain in the butt, but it was so worth it. So I switched over. I just added, because you have to add like a certain amount of money into your item and relist it. Otherwise you're going to lose money. You're going to have to add in I'm
going to stop you right there.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's really terminology. You don't want to relist. You want to sell similar. Do you sell similar or do you relist?
I do that now. Yeah.
99% of people in this chat are experienced sellers, but there might be some that are not. Watch the replay, guys. And again, I tell you, I used to mention Casey a lot. One of the things I learned from Casey is and sell similar, because if you relist, especially now with the good till cancel, it's going to get the same ID number, and all those. If that listing is stale. In fact, Barry, I was going to mention Barry's comment. That listing is stale will remain stale and it'll be stagnant. If you sell similar, it gets a new ID, and allegedly eBay looks at that as a new listing. So Sharon and I were talking offline, and she said something because of the virus. eBay had this promotion where you can list up to 50,000 or 5,000, whatever the number was, listings per month. So I said, okay, I'll just relist my whole. I'll end everything.
Great idea.
Everything, and then I'll sell everything similar. I don't have a lot of listings. Like I told you guys, I really need to ramp that up. But I just ended everything, and then I went in, and if I had to edit anything or fill in some of the fields, and I added them, and I deleted it, sold similar, deleted, sold similar, deleted. They go in your draft file. So I just my whole store. I sold similar the whole store.
Yeah.
I haven't sold anything since I did that, but all those items now are fresh, and you can look, you can track it. You say, okay, well, this had 1 view, or this had 8 views, or this had 18 views. But if something had like maybe like 100 views or 60 views, and it's been up there for 9 months or 8 months, and it's been stale, even it's not going to recommend that listing.
Right.
Plus, if you list something new, supposedly it increases in your search ranking, and also you can do the promoted listings. So back in the day, they used to say that you only would do one or the other, would do the promoted listing or the regular listing. Now they're back to putting dual listings. So if you do a promoted listing, even at 1%, you're going to get your original listing, and you're going to get an additional insertion for the promoted listing.
Right.
So that's what I do. I might do 1% or 2%. And then that way I figure I have a double listing.
Right. I don't normally do promoted listings for, I don't do a lot of promoted listings. I did it one time, and it cost me like $6. It was the first time I'd ever tried it. And I thought, ooh.
Well, it seems like every time something sells a promoted listing, so there must be something to, I mean, I'm assuming eBay is honest.
Yeah.
Promoted listing.
I hope they are, but to me, that was a lot of money, and it was my fault, because I probably promoted it for like, I think I did what did I promote it for? Like 50%.
Oh, what I did.
5%. And I thought, okay, I'm not doing that anymore, because I didn't hardly make anything on it. But about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, somebody was talking about the sell similar. And so that's when I started doing, I used to do relist, but now
I'm assuming you were selling similar. I just didn't want it to because I make mistakes too. Sometimes I said, do I really just say that? I mean, usually it's not bad information. It's just what I said made no sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, I stumble on my words or something, but I did want to make people aware, especially the newer sellers, definitely sell similar and the listing. It'll go into your draft file, sell similar, especially now with the good till cancel that they keep running and running and running, like the Energizer battery. And that listing, sell similar.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Sharon does it, and I know some other people in the chat do it. Maggie does it. They periodically end X amount of listings. The only thing you got to be really careful, and I've done this in the past too. I've ended something, and then I've forgotten to delete it.
Yes.
I've relisted it, and then I can't find it, because obviously sometimes eBay catches it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes their computer programs say that's a duplicate listing.
Right.
But if you change something minor, or sometimes it doesn't catch it, there's also a duplicate listing tool that I attempt to run occasionally. If I remember, let me write myself a note. I'll put that in the description below. That's a need. But my Google got all screwed up, and I can't find half of my bookmarks anymore. No. But I'll put that in the description below. Duplicate listing tool. Okay, so you do free listings, and we'll kind of wrap the free listing portion up. What was the short version? Why do you do free listing? Because you found that from your experience, they sold better?
Yeah. So now, I don't do
free returns as well.
I do not do free returns. I do 30-day buyer pays return shipping. I don't know. And I know that if it's my fault, or they say it's my fault, I have to do it. It doesn't cost them anything either way.
Well, that's the other thing. If they give you an item not as described in INAD, you're screwed either way. So, yeah.
So, but yeah,
well, that's the problem too. I guess from following the various groups, people are used to buying from Amazon. And when they start buying on eBay, it's like, oh, well, I don't like this. I don't like the color. I don't like this. And then half the time they'll make something up. That's why I don't like jeans, because they'll say, oh, the color is not the same as your pictures. Well, yeah, the color can be, and then you put a disclaimer in your description. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
eBay decides with the buyer 99% of the time.
Right.
So, but anyway, people are so used to getting free shipping and free returns. Technically, it's not free. You're paying $140 or $150 a year for the Prime, whatever it is now. But
right.
They're used to that free shipping and free returns, so they do it with eBay too. And by the way, let me bring this up, guys, before I forget to mention. Have you guys been hearing in the chat and mention in the comments below? Have you been hearing a lot of eBay commercials? I've been hearing a ton on the radio. I've also seen them on my apps. I should be playing Angry Birds, but if I play Angry Birds or Angry Birds 2 occasionally, I'll actually get an eBay ad in my app. I hear at least 3-4 ads a day when I listen to sports radio, eBay ads, and they're like 30-second clips, which is great.
Wow, that is pretty good.
I mean, so apparently you don't listen to the radio, or you haven't heard any?
I don't listen to the radio, and I don't watch TV. I watch Netflix, but I mean, I don't get ads on there. So yeah.
What? Chris, the thrift shop operator says, "What's a radio?" Well, I don't know, but apparently Alexa doesn't know much more than what a radio is, because every time I ask Alexa, she has no idea what I'm asking her. And then I start talking to her like she's a human being. I said, Alexa, why don't you know anything? What's wrong with you, Alexa? That's all you're good at is for being a speaker for the radio.com. It's like I get so frustrated. I'll say, like, Alexa, what time does ShopRite supermarket open tomorrow? I don't know that. Alexa, I don't know that. I'll say, Alexa, do you know anything? It's like
we unplugged our Alexa. I was like, that gets annoying.
Well, that's the thing too. Who knows if they're eavesdropping?
Listening? Yeah, they probably are.
So they are. Okay, so you don't do free returns. You do the free shipping because from your experience, you felt that it was worth the while. Let me bring this up too. I bring this up quite a bit. Remember, guys. So when you're selling something, there's a cost of goods and cost you something to purchase that. You had to physically drive your car or go somewhere. So I mean that's mine or whatever. You have your cost of goods. You have your fees. So you have your eBay fees. Eventually, you're going to have your managed payment fees, but right now you're doing your PayPal fees, which I basically just use 10% for eBay, and then I use the 2.9 plus 30. So I just say, okay, it's 3%. So that's 13%. And remember, those fees are on your shipping as well. It's on your total sale price.
Yeah. Final
value price. So you're paying on shipping as well. So if something costs you, let's say $7.75 for a priority padded flat rate envelope, it's really costing you an additional 13% because you're paying eBay a commission and you're paying PayPal commission on top of that. So I basically charge like $9.95 because I figure it's $7.95 or I charge $8.95. I figure I break even almost if I charge $8.95. So typically I charge like nine and change. But that's something to consider too. You're paying for the final value fee. You're not just paying on the sale price, you're paying on the shipping price as well. And if you have promoted listing, you're paying that in addition.
Yes.
So you may have 20, 30%, it's not difficult to get to 20% because you figure the 10 plus the 3 plus if you're running 5 or 6% promoted listing, they recommend you're at 20%.
They definitely love their fees.
Yes, they do. Okay. What was something Lisa's there's apparently a side chat, which is fine, guys. I missed what you were talking about, but Alexa's always listening. Think about it. Oh, she's definitely listening. She's getting the earful from me. I actually mentioned her boss last night. I said, will you have Mr. Bezos program you better?
Well, not only is Alexa listening, your phone is listening. If you have a smartphone,
true.
That's listening.
I have Siri, I have Cortana, and I have Alexa. I said, women just don't understand me. Even Alexa
Your house is full.
Don't understand me.
Your house is full.
That's not about DVDs. Okay, where are we at here? We're at 43 minutes. Guys, if there are any questions, was there anything else you want to discuss? I should have mentioned this earlier. We're going to have a little bit of fun at the end of the show, guys. If I'm trying to be a little more outgoing. I'm outgoing in person, but I get kind of wrapped up in my interviews, and sometimes I don't have as much fun as I should, and I try to lighten things up a little bit. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. Most of the tax write-off anyways. Okay. That's true. They are tax write-offs, Chris. Yep.
That's true. Yeah.
But so were there any questions that you guys had for Victoria? Why don't you just give me a little bit again, then we'll get into our little fun and games here. Why don't you tell me about your YouTube auctions? You tell me you're doing one regularly with Derek. Why don't you tell me about your YouTube show, your morning show, your afternoon show, and you're having someone as a guest this afternoon as well. So why don't you talk about your YouTube channel? I'll put you on.
Okay. I do a morning show from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, and that's on my channel. And then we have a lot of fun. The tagline for that is something like "What could be said will be said," because there is no telling what the topics we get into in the mornings. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of laughs. It's a fun show. So if you're awake at that time, please, you're welcome to come in and join us. And then on Mondays at 2 p.m., I go on for a couple of hours with Derek, NASCAR man. I can't remember the numbers.
33:45.
45, yeah. I go online with him from 2 to 4 and do an auction with him. And then on Tuesdays with Cajun Roots Reseller and LL Stash Larry, we switch channels every week and we do a bingo. It's free for anybody to come. It's free to play. And we give away prizes and we have a lot of fun. That's for an hour on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. On Wednesdays, I do from 4:30 to 5:30, I do a mystery guest. So I know who it is, but nobody else knows who the guest will be for today. Until I reveal them, like how you had me come in afterwards. They don't know who's going to be on until I have them come in, and then we do an interview, and that's a lot of fun. So that's on Wednesdays. On Thursdays, I'm not telling who the mystery guest is, Brad. We'll know soon. And then on Thursdays, Nana Tink Treasures and me are doing it's an interview / game show. 1 hour from 8 to 9. It's on one of our channels. And then from 9 to 10, we switch over. We do like a 10-minute intermission so you can go to the bathroom, get something to drink or eat or whatever. And then you come back on the following, on the other person's channel, and it switches each week. And we interview, and then we do a fun game show where you can win prizes. That's on Thursdays. And then on Fridays from 6 to 8 p.m. on my channel, Eastern Standard, me and Queen Cleopatra are starting an auction. The very first one is this week. It's going to be, Dan's funny. It's going to be the inaugural, edition of it. And we have a special guest on that is also, going to sell some extra stuff that they have. So that's it. And then the weekends, I try and take the weekends off. I try and not get on.
That's it. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. And so now you see why I don't have as many listings up as I want to, which is why I started the Facebook group, the listing challenge. Right. And so the challenge for this week from today, because I started it today, and the challenges are going to go from Sunday to Saturday. So the challenge this week is 5 listings a day. Once they get the 5 listings done, they copy the URL of the listing and they post it in that stream. And then other people can go in, look at the listing. I'm hoping that it'll do 2 things. Number 1, it'll help people list more. And number 2, it'll get some views on their listing. And hopefully the eBay will, do whatever they do, their magic to keep showing it. And number 3, it might get some people some sales. So that's what that is. And I will put the link do you want me to put the link to that in the chat?
You're going to have to type in the chat. I'm going to have to make you a moderator.
Oh, okay. I can put it in.
You can type in the chat and make you a moderator. Once you do that, just type your name in the chat and I'll make you a moderator. Just say hello or something.
I just put.
I meant to do that earlier and we got sidetracked.
That's all right.
Okay, I'll make you a moderator. Okay. You're a moderator. You can add it now. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
you put it in the chat.
So that's the listing challenge Facebook. Oh, I put Challenger. I didn't mean to put Challenger. Okay. It's the listing challenge Facebook group. So that's
good. That's a good idea. Like I said, I mean, I told you guys earlier, I'm having some health issues. I'm having a procedure done, so I think I will join that because I need that. But I want to give myself a 2-week.
Oh yeah. Well, you could go ahead and join and just see what's going on. You don't actually have to.
Good idea.
Everybody's not going to be. Every week is not going to be perfect for everybody to participate. True. And I completely understand that. But I'm hoping it'll give us all the motivation that we are lacking because I am lacking and I need more motivation. You asked to join. That's weird. I made it an open group, so I don't know why I have to approve people joining, but I will definitely go in there and approve you. I don't know what I did.
Well, guys, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Like I said, I try to keep this around an hour because I know you guys are all very busy and hopefully you're listing. Speaking about listings, you're getting your listings up. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with Victoria. I call that Would You Rather. You call them what on your morning show? What's the question of the day, I believe?
I do a question of the day on my morning show.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a Would You Rather.
I love Would You Rather.
My allergies are driving me crazy here. Let me go to the double view here.
Woo, thank you.
So you can answer. You guys can answer in the chat as well. We can have a little bit of fun with this. So I did trivia questions the last 2 days, and we're going to do Would You Rather with Miss Victoria today. So we're gonna, and I try to keep them like kind of innocent. I don't want them like crazy. But so I have a few of them. So guys, if you want to play along, like I said, we're only gonna do this for like 10 minutes or so. We'll keep it short. So if you want to play along, have a little bit of fun, have a couple sips of coffee, and answer these questions. Okay, first question. This is a little serious. Would you rather lose your sense of smell or your sense of taste?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Is that a hard one?
That is a hard one because I mean, I'd never be able to smell a fresh cut grass. I'd never be able to smell vanilla,
right.
Perfume. However, I think losing your sense of taste would be worse. So I think I'd give up my sense of smell.
Okay.
And I hope they're really not connected because then I would be in trouble.
I think they are connected somehow.
I know.
Okay. Here you go. Oh, this one, I don't know why I even asked this one, but because I have this issue, that's why I think I'm asking this question. Would you rather live the rest of your life with silent but uncontrollable gas or loud, uncontrollable sneezing? That's kind of a fun one, but it's kind of serious.
That is a fun one. I would rather have
silent but deadly gas.
No, that'd be too embarrassing. Could you imagine
sneezing?
That would be embarrassing. I'd want to sneeze.
Yeah, I don't think I want the SBC.
I'd be like, oops, what'd you do?
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather be able to freeze time or travel in time? I think that's the easy answer these days.
Freeze time or
freeze
travel?
Time currently what it is right now, or would you rather be able to travel in time?
Oh, well, if I'd have to keep it what it is currently all the time, I'd rather travel. Yeah.
I mean,
I definitely wouldn't want to get stuck here.
But with the way things are going, I think I would rather travel in time. Just considering. Okay. Here's a little romantic question for you.
Ooh.
Would you rather have and we kind of addressed this a little bit. Would you rather have your dream job or find your true love?
Oh, definitely find my true love.
Because you said you had a job that you kind of liked, but the guy was kind of a jerk. And
right.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. Is your son named Adam also?
Yes. How'd you know?
Because you mentioned it in your chat, and I'm thinking.
Okay. Yes, he is.
Okay.
I forget. I tell everything in my chats. I am like an open book.
True love for PGA's picks. Yeah, I wish I've never really found true love, so I'm still looking. All right, here's like more for the ladies. Would you rather never be able to wear makeup again, or never be able to leave the house without a full face of makeup, but you have to wear children's makeup?
I would never be able to. I would rather never be able to wear makeup again because I don't wear makeup either way. I don't wear makeup now, so it's I wear eyeliner and that's about it.
I'm not wearing makeup. We don't have to wear like the Joker kind of makeup the kids make.
Yes.
Okay. So if you're never wear makeup in, I don't know if I would wear the kids' makeup. Yeah, that's where that was a little bit of fun. But would you rather be able to run as fast as a cheetah or fly, but only as slow as a tortoise?
Oh my gosh. I'd rather be able to fly.
I think I'd be able to fly. As a tortoise, you'd be up in the air a long time.
I don't want to fall.
Oh, come on. We're going to get to this place.
It'd be faster to run, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sure. As a cheetah, sure. That's fast. This is more of a personal kind of question. Would you rather read a book or watch a movie?
Read a book. I love reading. I try and make time for it every night when I go to bed.
I told you I would try to keep it around 10 minutes, so we were almost near the end.
I try and read a bit.
You actually answered this question before. I had no idea you were going to answer this question.
Oh, I did?
Would you rather work for a boss you hate but make good money, or work for a boss that you love but make minimum wage? It's kind of a twist on what you were saying earlier.
I think I'd rather work for a boss I love and make minimum.
Make minimum wage. Yeah.
It's bad working for a boss that you hate.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
You hate going in. What good is the money?
That's one of the reasons I'm where I'm at, because I had a boss I couldn't get along very well with, and I ended up losing my job and ended up going back into retail, and that's when I got hurt. So,
oh man.
Here's another one kind of question, like the flying question. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or fly?
Fly. I think I'd rather be able to fly. I really want to fly, guys.
Apparently. And this is the last question for all you folks out there. Would you rather break out an uncontrollable dance every time someone hums, or never be able to sing again?
Oh no! I love.
No, I know you a little bit about you, so I think I know your answer.
No, I guess I'd rather break out and dance because I couldn't go a day without singing. I love singing.
So you'd rather you'd rather be able to sing. So you'd rather break out in the dance. That's what I figured. Yeah.
Even though I
can't dance and not be able to sing ever again.
Right, exactly. I'd rather.
That's what I figured, because I know you sing a lot in your show. So
yeah.
Maggie says she danced too. She can't go without singing.
Exactly,
All right,
Maggie.
guys. I just figured I'd have a little bit of fun at the end here of the show, just to mix it up a little bit, because reselling is serious, reselling is lonely. I figured I'd mix it up a little bit with the trivia and the would you rather question. So that's what we did.
Agent asked me a quick question. Can I answer it? He asked, "What is your favorite? What is Victoria's favorite item to set on fire?" Now, there's a little back history to that.
Oh, we know that.
It's because
that's why I didn't bring that up. Thanks, Cajun.
Some of them don't. Some of them don't.
This morning.
For the past 2 days, I have been trying to set things on fire in the morning show, only because they told me peanut butter would set on fire. Don't believe them. It won't. I tried it yesterday morning, and they told me something else would. Natural peanut butter would set on fire. It won't. I tried it. But they told me Doritos would set on fire. So I had a plate. I had a bag of Doritos.
They set on fire, right?
They did. And I couldn't stop doing it this morning. And it was so much fun. I couldn't believe that they set on fire. Yes.
Somebody posted earlier in the very beginning of their show. It might have been Dana. Your show was on fire earlier, Victoria. Literally on fire. Flaming hot Cheetos, Dan the Answer Man said.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys, were there any last? I know it takes about 30 seconds, a little bit of lag today with the StreamYard. So, were there any last questions for Victoria? And then we will wrap it up if there isn't. I want to give you guys, like I said, I want to thank you all for showing up. Victoria, thank you for promoting it. At one point, we had over 30 people in the chat, so that's great. Guys, again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I have a lot. Again, I'm just not blowing smoke up your rear end. I have a lot of great interviews with some really super experienced resellers. Like I said, Casey the Rockstar Flipper. Casey the Rockstar Flipper. I sound like you, Victoria. I'm messing up my words.
You would
Wade
not believe
Venture, Shane Rising Bride Picker, Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler, Katie and Vicky. So some great resellers, a lot of great information. And I've had some other really knowledgeable resellers that aren't really big YouTube people. I mean, you've been a lot of fun, very knowledgeable. I mean, I had Alexis on the other day. I had Paul who's in the chat. I've had Dana who's on the chat, very knowledgeable. Not Dana, Maggie. I would like that, Dana. That was subliminal. I would like you to be on the show, Dana. That was subliminal thinking. It came out of my words. Have had Maggie on. So again, guys, I would appreciate if I'm trying to get my watch hours up to that magical 4,000 watch hours so I could get monetized. So if you guys can, even when you're doing your listings, just play this in the background. That I have playlists. Listen to it. If there's something interesting, just stop what you're doing and watch it or listen to it. So I would appreciate that. So were there any questions I may have missed? Miss Michelle and I think Sharon said she had to run. She had an emergency next door.
Oh no.
No, yeah, she had an emergency. Her neighbor apparently has some health issues, and she had EMTs were next door, so she messaged me. She had to run. So, Michelle, were there any questions I may have missed? Yeah, I want to have Dana on. So Dana, reach out to me. You can reach out to me on my. I don't know how to contact you, but I have an email like Victoria does. I have AdamsExploits, all one word, no apostrophe at gmail.com. So I would definitely like to have you on the show. So we're all clear, Michelle. Thank you so much. Michelle, I always appreciate you. And that's the other thing. If you ever need to phone a friend for trivia, you want Michelle Lofton as your trivia person. She's extremely knowledgeable. Okay, guys, I'm glad you had fun again. I hope you consider subscribing to the show. If you haven't, make sure you click that like button on your way out. I want to thank Victoria for being here. And again, remember, 4:30, correct? You have your mystery guest?
4:30 today on my channel.
Okay. Yep. Michelle, if you still have that copied and pasted, you can post it in the chat. Again, if not, Victoria, you want to post it once you post the link in the chat for us, and
post the
we'll wrap things up. And we'll let you guys get back to your business. And again, and when's your next auction coming up?
Mine this Friday.
This Friday.
Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to make sure.
Michelle got it. Michelle took care of it.
Okay, cool. Thank you,
Michelle. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you all for being here, guys. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And we shall see you next Wednesday. Take care, guys. Be strong. Be safe.